Quay. Evening, Rev. It's 5:22 in the evening, 19th December 2024. Oh, good Lord. I had a feeling we were going to go into debt. I had a feeling we were going to go into debt. Got MSNBC right now. I got so many people talking with each other left and right, but man, they're going crazy. Now we've got a new president we didn't even vote for. Um, Reverend, um, you somewhat went over the Constitution, right? United States Constitution. But even in your own country's Constitution, is there any mention of a rich dude legally seeking power or actually getting power? Right now, they're talking about how things are falling apart. Corporate media, not to mention independents, are going after each other left and right and going after all this news. It's dirty laundry for them. We've got a lot of these guys not quite sure what to do. I mean, I can read all this stuff that's piling through, but just looking at it, it's like, how did Elon Musk gain power? I like to make a joke on this one, but I don't think it's in very, very, very Elon Musk for spouse speaker. Get rid of Trump, get rid of Vance, and he becomes president without even being elected. How about that one? According to our Constitution, according to the chain of command, according to one of the amendments that we actually have for succession. I know I want to get this stuff going on because I'm not trying to do well, I don't know what the hell I'm doing anyway. What am I doing? Yeah. I'll have to change the batteries in these damn things. Oh, what do I need to research for you? What would I like to research for you? Okay. I need. Well, I can go into the archives. National Archives. Archive.gov funding. Okay, what I need. What am I looking for? Constitution of the United States, Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights. Oh, nice. I can go over that. Article 1 is new. What I need is a. Talk to me. I need the amendments, damn it. Where the. Oh, come on. You don't even have the amendments on this one? I don't have the amendments for this one. Where are my amendments? I must go to the constitution.congress.gov. I must go. Besides, these guys are going to talk and talk and talk and talk. But I need to go to the amendments. Where am I needing to go to amendments? Where is it saying it? First amendment, second amendment, past the tenth. Past the tenth. Okay, here we go. Suits against states, election of the president. Oh, wow. How about that one? Okay, so let's see what we got. What are you doing? Got the. Hell. What I need to do? I need a PDF on this whole monster just for the fun of it. I need a monster on this one. Okay. Yeah, talking to myself. I do that to myself all the time. Very interesting conversations I have with myself, too. Reserves, suits against states, election of the president. Rights of citizens to vote. He can vote, but he can't succeed. Presidential term succeeds. The 20th Amendment! The 20th Amendment, the 20th Amendment, the 20th Amendment. There we go, Section 1. Shall we begin? Okay, enough of that one. Okay, 20th Amendment, Section 1. The terms of the President and the Vice President shall end at noon on the 20th of January, and the terms of Senators and Representatives at noon on the third day of January of the years in which such terms would have ended if this article had not been ratified, and the terms of the successors began. That's not the one I was looking for. Section 3, maybe? Section 2, anyway. Congress shall assemble at least once every year, and such meeting shall begin at noon on the third day of January, unless they shall by a law appoint a different day. Section 3. If at the time fixed for the beginning of the term the President shall died, VP takes President. If President shall not have been chosen before time fixed, or the President-elect shall fail to qualify, then a VP shall act as President until a President shall be qualified, and the Congress may, by law, provide for another case. Where is the succession, damn it? That's what I wanted to find out. Where's my succession? Where's the 21st? Where's the 21st? Repeal prohibition now. Presidential term elections. Vacancy, disability. 25th, maybe? In case of the removal of the President from the office or his death or resignation, VP will become President. If there is vacancy in the office for the VP, President shall nominate a Vice President to take office upon confirmation by a majority of both House and Congress. Whenever the President transmits to the President pro tem of the Senate, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives' written declaration is unable to discharge the powers of duties in office until it transmits in the written declaration. Shall be discharged by the VP as acting President. Section 4. What do we got? Where is the listing of how many people we've got in this one here? That's what I'm trying to find out, because usually there was a listing of how many people we have that can take over. Alright. Screw this noise. I need to find out. List bill of presidential succession. Wikipedia. We're going to another government source on this one. There are presidential acts somewhere in there. Okay. Constitution, Article 2, Section 1, Clause 6, 12th Amendment, 20th Amendment, and 25th Amendment. Okay, they talk about successions at this point, but the line of them, that's what I need to find out, is the line of these guys. Presidential Succession Act of 1947. Yeah, it's that kind of a night. It's that kind of a night. Okay, so we have that, but I want. Gimme. Yeah. Screwpedia. Give me the. Here we go. Oh, that's Senate Gov and the Presidential Succession Act. Yes. We got USA.gov, Order of Succession. USA. Learn how about that one. Yeah. No, what I want. I want the damn thing in PDF. I want to know when this damn thing was passed. I want to see the act in itself. It's a public law I know that passed in 1947. I want to know where it is. I can get it PDF'd and keep it on file. I want to know how the hell does a guy who's out of U.S. politics altogether, hasn't been elected in any damn office, would assume the President of the United States. talk about this damn thing. I want to see the damn act. I want to see the damn act. I shall research this. Hey, something from the Congressional Research Service. Oh, what do we have? Presidential Succession Perspectives and Contemporary Issues for Congress. Dated July 14th, 2020. It's a PDF file and 31 pages. Well, it gives me something to work with, doesn't it? But I want to see the damn act. I want to see the damn act. Alright, here we go. Woo. Now, I just went over to. Where did I go over to? maint.loc.gov. We're just talking about public laws, chapter 264, July 18th, 1947, July 18th, 1947, an act. Do I hit my political jackpot? An act. An act. That's a two-pager act. Wow. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. I want to read it, I want to read it, I want to read it. Pareto groups, House of Representatives. Okay. I don't know about that damn thing, but okay, here we go. An individual acting as president of subsection shall continue to act until expiration of the end of the current president, except that okay, so down if they keep dying or being disavowed or something like that. And let's see who we got. Okay, so we got the president, we got the vice president, we got the Speaker of the House. Secretary of State, then Sec Treasury, Sec War, Secretary of Defense actually at that point, Attorney General, Postmaster General, Secretary of Navy, Sec now? Wow. Secretary of the Interior, Secretary of Labor. Wow. Anything else? Anybody else? Okay, what do we got? Oh, we need to read, we need to read. So what I'm trying to find out in my own mental, and in my own dementia here, and they'll talk about things left and right out here, but it's the 1947. Now, here's the thing. That was incorporated into the West Wing story concerning about when President Josiah Bartlett got hit with a bullet. And he had to have surgery. Before he did that, I don't think he had time enough, or anybody actually had time or paper enough for him to transfer power over to the vice president for him to be in charge of the country. The problem is, and there's talking about the difficulties because how many people were trying to assume power. But in reality, it was based on a bit of a reality at this point over here. Remember Ronald Reagan? Whoa. President Ronald Reagan. I think back in 1980 or 81. I was in junior high during that time. We went into a lockdown. We went into a lockdown during that time. The president was shot. And the country panicked at that point. Now, suppose we can do a Wikipedia on this one here. A guy named Hinckley was trying to impress an actress by assassinating the president. And then, of course, he already killed maybe one or two Secret Service agents. There was a secretary of one particular department that became a guiding force for the waiting period that we actually had for a long while after that. Had him disabled for a great deal. Hinckley got himself a gun. And that day, he shot. He put President Reagan in the hospital. There was no way at the time that the succession of power could go over to the vice president temporarily. No judge, no nothing. A nearly incomplete assassination, but it did put him in the hospital for a while. It was said that his wife was in charge. We already knew that Reagan, right now, on this date, that he already been suffering through dementia, and his wife was helping him through a hell of a lot of things. So I do not discredit Nancy Reagan. She was running the country a bit. Who says women couldn't be in charge? She's a strong woman. But even as we speak about that one there, even as we speak about that one, we had two secretaries and vice president trying to vie for power. We had a power vacuum until Reagan was shown that he was still conscious and still able to fit and still make some decisions through his wife, Nancy. And for a time, we put it into a fictional thing. You can Google it, or if you've got streaming services enabled, watch The West Wing. Which one was it? Second or third season cliffhanger. Some of the people in the president's councils, his staff, Josh Lyman gets killed. Damner gets killed. He comes back. He was the deputy chief of staff. Not quite sure if there was anybody killed in the shootout. It was some white knuckleheads trying to kill the body boy of President Josiah Bartlett. It was a tough 3 or 4 parter on that one. But it serves a lesson at this point of what we're watching and what we're dealing with. And all that confusion, they were struggling with the elected officials who was in charge in the 1947 election law. The Act of Succession would have given them everything, except they never had the opportunity where the president was actually going to give a signature to hand over power, except later on in the season, about 5 or 6, I think, cliffhanger, when Bartlett's daughter gets kidnapped, and he's so out of his mind, he has to hand over power to the House of Representatives leader. And in this time, they were shopping for a vice president because their own vice president, because of things happening in their storylines that we were following me through. He was not so nice on some occasions, but he was doing his own agenda, and somehow, things caught up with him. He resigned. So they didn't have a vice president. They didn't have a power of succession at this point. How does Elon Musk, who was not part of any elected chain of command, not in Congress, not in the Senate, get to be elevated to the President of the United States? How? And he was naturalized, but he was never born in the country. Say, for example, let's pick on you. Let's pick on you, Reverend. I'm going to elevate you to that style there. Wait a second here. I need more of this stuff. Water. I swear it's not spiked. This is spiked. This has got coffee and cocoa in it. And sugar. I wait to be sugar. Anyway, let's just say that you were a citizen in Halifax. Like, you are a citizen in Halifax, okay. And you decided that you're going to come into the United States and you want to go for politics. And somehow you're going to go for the presidency of the United States. But you couldn't because you weren't born. But let's just say that maybe a weird thing happened in Nova Scotia. They became the 51st state of the United States of America. And you were born as a born citizen in a territory of the United States. Or maybe you were just declared the territory of the United States. Not just a state, but maybe a territory. You would have been able to get in office because you were born in the sovereign territory of the United States. Territorial islands or a territorial place. Even the U.S. consulate. The U.S. consulate? Were you born in the U.S. consulate? If you were born in the U.S. consulate, that is considered United States territory, even though it's in a foreign country. But what if your parents, maybe even one of them, was your mama or your daddy an American citizen? And you were born, even in a foreign country, you still would have rated. Let's say both your parents were United States citizens, and you were born in Canada. You probably would have dual, wouldn't you? Canadian, but you would have two American people born. Sovereign citizens of the United States gave birth to you. You probably have dual. Probably could get in. But here's another thing. Maybe it would have given you a way to get into the office, but the problem is, you were a Canadian right now. And if you immigrated to the United States and wanted to run for Congress you can get in, Senate you can get in, governor's office, mayor's offices you can get in. But you would never be able to touch the executive office at all. How the Constitution is situated concerning about that, and how we have the presidential acts and different rules, laws, and regulations going on. There's no way in hell you could be able to do that. But it was there. One of them get in through the back door like Elon Musk is. If there is a back door, he gets elected as Speaker of the office. He still cannot hold office because he is not a sovereign citizen. Arnold Schwarzenegger, decades ago, about 2 or 3 decades ago, when he was governor of California, they wanted him to be president of the United States. People were so thrilled with Arnold Schwarzenegger being a president of the United States that they wanted Congress to change the laws. They keep forgetting how complicated a damn thing is in the first place. If they read the Constitution to give them a headache. But nobody did. But there was no way in hell Congress is going to vote in him, Schwarzenegger, into office. No way. Because he wasn't born a U.S. citizen on citizen territory or born to United States parents. Ain't happening. So he would never become president of the United States. He would not be allowed by Constitution. It would be a federal crime. Senator Ted Cruz tried a few times. Not him. Hang on. 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 Hang on this one. I got to say. Okay. He was born. He tried to run for presidency. He couldn't. Wait a second. doesn't work, guys. Ha! Wikipedia, my friend. Wikipedia on this one here. Raphael Edward Cruz was born December 22nd, 1970, in Calgary, Alberta. I'm sorry, do you know where Calgary, Alberta, Canada is? And then they emigrated to the United States. He got, let me see. His father was born and raised in Cuba, son of a Canary Islander who emigrated to Cuba as a child. As a teenager in the 1950s, Rafael Cruz was beaten by agents opposing the Batista regime. So, just as Cruz's father, Rafael, left Cuba in 1957 to attend the University of Texas in Austin and obtain a political asylum in the United States after his four-year student visa expired. He earned Canadian citizenship in 1973 and became a naturalized United States citizen in 2005. At the time of his birth, Ted Cruz Barrett had lived in Calgary for 3 years and working in the oil business. Okay. Cruz's father left in 1974 to Texas. Parents reconciled, relocated to Houston, divorced in 1997. This makes it difficult concerning about it because, yeah, his father was a naturalized citizen, despite the fact he was born in Cuba. Actually, his father was born in Cuba, defected to the United States, became a naturalized citizen. They would have a legal argument on this one here. They should have been having a legal argument on this damn thing. Because I was honestly stating in the laws, rules, and regulations about this one here. Was he actually a naturalized citizen of the United States? No. He lived in Houston, but how does he become a United States citizen without that? If he was... But he wasn't born. The legal of this thing is driving me crazy. I wish I was a legal beagle on this one. So as a naturalized father, now a naturalized mother. What was the mother? What was the mother? Eleanor Elizabeth Gerard Wilson. Mother's born in Wilmington, Delaware. Ooh. Okay, hold on. They would have been away if they had this challenge in the court. Mother was born in Delaware, a U.S. citizen, married a Cuban refugee, and born in Calgary, Ted Cruz was. If she had never given up her citizenship, but had never said anything more about her history, and at the time of Ted Cruz's birth, his father was a naturalized citizen of the United States in Calgary and living in Calgary with his wife, a U.S. citizen. That's an issue right there. Some people would think that he's not a U.S. citizenship. His father actually earned a Canadian citizenship. So he had dual. If they were going to make a constitutional issue over this one, that's going to be a problem right there. But during the time when he was running, what I'm looking for, if there was any issues concerning about his birth. Yeah, there's a burr up my butt on this one. Not just about him, it's the mechanisms. He said that when he was a child, his mother told him that she would have him formally request Canadian citizenship, so they can always assume he is not a Canadian citizen. 2013, Dallas Morning News pointed out he had dual Canadian American citizenship. He applied to formally renounce his Canadian citizenship as he was becoming a citizen in 2014. Lawsuits, ballot challenge. He was ineligible to become U.S. president. Filed to 10 and was successful. And candidate is a natural born citizen by virtue of being born in Canada. His mother was U.S. citizenship at the time of his birth. That's the thing. There are technicalities that still have to be met at this point. Ted Cruz would have been a presidential candidate and almost became one if he had won the 2016, but there were circumstances for him. Musk, on the other hand, he's an immigrant from South Africa. Has citizenship. And within this century, last 20 years, he got his citizenship being a United States citizen. But he is not natural. Well, he can't be because he's not born from parents who are American citizens. So how is this guy able to succeed as the United States president? See, I have to look at these things to look at the legal landscape on this one. I'm not an attorney. But I've seen things that actually drove me crazy on this one, Rev. I'll probably talk more in person on this one. This will just be word salad for you. But things like this drive me crazy, you know. I'm going to put this on public. Screw it. Because to me, in a situation like this regarding politics, this does matter for me. This does matter for me. Being a United States citizen, yeah, if you want the citizenship, yeah, you apply for the damn paperwork and go for it, but you can't screw it around with it. You can't play around with the damn citizenship. This is not like Roman Empire. I mean, if you were truly part of the city of Rome, that's one thing. But if you're part of the empire, you're second class rate. Elon Musk, if he was in the Roman Empire, he would get drafted second or third. He would not be able to ascend the throne or be in that kind of power. But he could try holding it. He could try doing it. But he just won't be able to land being the creator. In this case, President of the United States. Because our Constitution wouldn't have it unless the Constitution gets overridden by an act of Congress. And now we're talking about House of Reps and Senate. And then having the states ratify it. And we're going to have a war on that one there too. Holy. Can I breathe now? Oh, good Lord. We'll talk and suffocate later.